Well, welcome to Convocation 2018. Let me first ask for some applause for the marvelous staff, Wendy Baker and the marvelous staff of the Luckman Fine Arts Complex who put this together for us. Thank you all for being here today, for sharing in the enthusiasm and excitement of this new year. Let me take a moment to acknowledge and introduce a few special guests. First of all, we're pleased to have with us the 2018 recipient of the Mental Health Hero Award from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, and my personal hero, Debbie Covino, our First Lady, is over here somewhere. There she is. And please join me in welcoming the new Dean of the College of Arts and Letters, Linda Essig. Linda, where are you? There she is. Last semester, Enoch Preciado came on board as the new director for the Erica Glazer Family Dreamers Resource Center. And today, we more formally welcome Enoch to the Cal State community. Enoch, where are you? There he is, back there. Okay, great. The new president of ASI, our Associated Students, Nia Johnson, could not be here today, but of course, we wish her a wonderful year. She's brimming with excitement, new ideas for partnerships and for moving Cal State LA forward. So we look forward to a great year of working with ASI. And welcome to Dwight Nakata, the president of the Cal State LA Alumni Association, and to the members of the Alumni Association Board of Directors who are here right there today. This summer, I've spent a great deal of time reflecting on our university community and our many accomplishments over the last 5 years. Over those years, our standing and reputation as a university has skyrocketed, and our contributions to Los Angeles have expanded. If you've taught, worked, or studied here during this time, you've seen those changes. We are soaring. And as we stand poised to reach new heights, it's important to take a moment and look at the sources of our success. Of course, our faculty and staff are deeply committed. There is not a finer university community in the nation. Our students are hardworking and determined. But there's another far less examined source that contributes to our success. We thrive because of the power of our relationships. Our greatest accomplishments are rooted in relationships. Our relationships with our students, with each other, with the communities and region that we serve. In 2013, at my first convocation as president of Cal State LA, I discussed the goal and the logic of our commitment to engagement, service, and the public good. At that time, I said, and I'm quoting myself here, which is a first for me, I said, when we tie learning and scholarship to a sense of place, to grappling with a unique set of opportunities, challenges, and circumstances that define the quality of life, we become the engine of urban and regional transformation. The engine of urban and regional transformation. That statement 5 years ago was a call to action, a call to forge new and stronger relationships with our community and our region. Faculty, students, and staff answered that call. through service learning that places thousands of Cal State LA students in communities every semester, through new partnerships, collaborations, and initiatives designed to grapple with the opportunities and challenges that Los Angeles offers. And because we answered the call, we are transforming the students and the communities of Los Angeles more dramatically than any other university in the region. Today, I can say that those words at my first convocation were prescient. They were spoken before we were ranked #1 in the nation for upward mobility. They were spoken before Mayor Eric Garcetti named Cal State LA a great university in the greatest city on the face of the earth. That's a good one. And they were spoken before we received the Eddy Award from the Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation for our contributions to the economy of the region. Today, we stand in the national spotlight once again. In May, the Coalition of Urban and Metropolitan Universities, this is the national coalition of universities across the country that are located in urban environments. That national coalition, in partnership with the Democracy Collaborative, selected Cal State LA for its higher education anchor mission initiative. We are an anchor mission university, one of only 33 universities in the nation to receive that recognition, to receive that distinction. And we are the only designated anchor mission university, only public university in California to be designated for this anchor mission distinction. It's a really big deal. So just as we lead the nation in upward mobility, we are also a recognized national leader in building meaningful and impactful relationships that make us a vital resource in our region. This initiative recognizes that we are deeply rooted in Los Angeles, and because of our presence, we have made the communities of Los Angeles better. I agree. From our efforts to nurture bioscience through the Cal State LA Biospace Project, to our work to document the history of Chinese Americans with the Chinese American Oral History Project, our impact on Los Angeles is profound. Our success aligns with our top-tier initiative that's articulated in our strategic plan. That plan, which was unveiled at Convocation 3 years ago, included as a major goal to become Los Angeles's premier anchor institution and contribute to the overall well-being of the region. So we are certainly succeeding in that endeavor. We have demonstrated, yes, we are. We have demonstrated that universities can and must extend their reach beyond the walls of the institution and into our communities. The university of the 21st century is a university that transforms people and places. The times in which we live are calling, demanding for us to be more. By embracing our identity as an anchor institution in Los Angeles, we make our social value clear. The challenges and opportunities facing greater Los Angeles are our challenges and our opportunities. Just as we prepare our students for the world, we must also prepare the world for our graduates. This is a crucial point. It's one that the LA County Economic Development Corporation CEO, Bill Allen, noted when he awarded Cal State LA its Eddie Award. He said, Cal State LA consistently strives to transform the role of the university and lay the groundwork for its students to climb the ladder. As we embrace our responsibility to serve communities, we help them because our students join them in order to help both the communities and themselves prosper. We lay the groundwork for our graduates and for others in the region to thrive. That's why our work with SELA, the Southeast Los Angeles Collaborative, is so important. The cities and communities that make up Southeast LA, communities where our students and their families live, have often been overlooked. The goal of the SELA Collaborative is to empower SELA communities to effectively address key issues that are impacting the region. The collaborative is focused on the cities of Maywood, Cudahy, Southgate, Linwood, Bell Gardens, Vernon, and the incorporated areas of Walnut and Firestone. Its priorities are to strengthen the capacity of nonprofits in the region, to promote the civic engagement of area residents, to develop a community-driven public policy agenda, and to address the dearth of research on the area by promoting and supporting a body of research that reflects the assets, opportunities, and challenges of Southeast LA. The Pat Brown Institute at Cal State LA represents the university on this collaborative, and in partnership with several foundations, has served as a backbone organization for this important effort. Our work with SELA is just one example of the kind of relationships our university has forged and the work it does throughout Los Angeles. Beyond our obvious role of educating students, we are at work on persistent and systemic challenges facing LA. We are engaged in service for the public good. This is the message that I delivered to our elected officials in the spring after the governor released a budget that offered the CSU far less than needed. We explained the true role that we play and the responsibilities we shoulder, and we shared our successes in transforming people and places. Those stories of transformation moved the needle. The final budget for the new academic year provides the CSU with over $100 million more than the governor's original proposal. That's about $197 million, and an additional $161 million in one-time funding to expand enrollment, address deferred maintenance, and bolster campus efforts to support student well-being. I'm encouraged by this. I believe it signals an understanding and appreciation on the part of our elected officials of the social value of public universities. It also indicates that they see us as a sound and wise investment. We leverage the resources of the university to benefit the public good. We know that about 70% of our graduates remain in Los Angeles and almost 85% remain in Southern California. They will play a vital role. 1 out of every 10 employees in California is a graduate of the CSU. 1 out of every 20 Americans with a college degree earned it from the CSU. At Cal State LA, we know that our students are civic-minded. They graduate with an ethic of service, an understanding of the value of working for the public good. I like it. It begins in this corner. You've got to listen for this corner. This is where the best applause lines land. Our students' commitment to engagement, service, and the public good will continue as they live and work here in Southern California among us and around us. And let me tell you, too, about our new relationship with Every Table. I'm really excited about this. The mission of Every Table is to make nutritious, fresh food affordable and accessible to all. At its locations throughout Los Angeles, Every Table offers healthy meals made from scratch, and its cost is based on the income of the residents in the neighborhood where they operate. This innovative pricing structure is an outgrowth of Every Table's belief that healthy food is a human right. Beginning this fall, Every Table will operate here at Cal State LA. And our university community will benefit from the menu of grab-and-go healthy meals at a reduced cost. The partnership with Every Table coincides with the launch of our Community Impact Fund, a fund that will allow us to serve our university and community in new ways. This fund will help us establish and implement programs and initiatives on campus and in the community to enhance nutrition education, to address food insecurity and hunger, and to foster emerging entrepreneurship. All of Cal State LA's proceeds from Every Table will be directed into the Community Impact Fund. Our experiences over the last 5 years have shown that when we respond to the needs of our students and our communities, our university becomes stronger. Today, at Cal State LA, more than 700 faculty, administrators, staff, and students are now certified in mental health first aid. This 8-hour training program teaches participants skills necessary to identify and assist those who are in need of mental health resources, whose inner well-being is not where it should be. The training is a partnership between my office, the Office of the Vice President for Student Life, Counseling and Psychological Services, or CAPS, and the Student Health Center. And it grew out of the Mind Matters initiative. Mind Matters grew out of a desire to create a culture of inner well-being at the university. As students face higher and higher levels of stress and anxiety, their need for skills and a network to navigate the demands of university life are great. Debbie and I, there you go again. Very good. That's great. I like it. Debbie and I created Mind Matters with this in mind. Since then, since we started this initiative, our ability to meet the needs of students has increased tremendously. Not only are 700, think of that number, 700 faculty, staff, and students certified in mental health first aid, we now have greater capacity to meet the needs at the Student Health Center. Since the early days of Mind Matters, we've increased the number of psychological counselors and improved our system of delivery in order to see students sooner. We will be hiring more counselors this year. Our counselors at the Student Health Center have seen a 24% increase in unique clients or separate individuals. That means that 355 more students received clinical services at CAPS compared to the previous year in 2017-18. Each new Cal State LA student learns about Mind Matters during orientation. Plans are underway for a parent academy that will provide parents of first-generation students with skills to help support their children. And this year, we're initiating a pilot to provide 24-hour psychological counseling for our students. Our video this year features students talking to students about ways to nurture inner well-being. Let's take a look.
College can be a very stressful time. We can feel pressure to do well in class, while also balancing a job, belonging to groups, and finding time to hang out with our friends. Honestly, it can get pretty overwhelming. Family responsibilities, homework, finances, and new independence can create stressful moments for college students. Some of it can be self-inflicted too, because of expectations to get good grades, graduate, and get a great job.
That's why it's so important to have Mind Matters at Cal State LA. It offers many resources to improve inner well-being. More than 500 faculty, students, and staff have been trained in mental health first aid. You can find them on campus during Wellbeing Wednesdays wearing green We Care, I Care buttons. Counselors are available for students at no cost at the Student Health Center. They're ready to provide professional help with your personal growth and psychological wellness. Thousands of students have taken part in town halls where they discuss strategies to be successful and promote inner well-being at Cal State LA. The Mind Matters Speaker Series brings inspiring and interesting leaders to campus to share new perspectives on well-being. You can learn a lot from the Mind Matters podcast, which teaches you new ways to deal with problems, shift negative feelings into good feelings, and elevate your mood. When finals come around, it's so much fun to take a break with the therapy pets that come to campus. They help you forget about the pressure for a while.
Something I like to do to relieve stress is take a break in between classes and visit the reflection room in the University Student Union. Sometimes, I'll take a few minutes to meditate alone or even go to the weekly guided meditations. It's a great way to help clear my mind and improve my mood at the same time. In the Mind Matters video series, students can share tips on how they deal with the pressures of trying to be successful in class while also juggling jobs and family responsibilities. You can get ideas and watch the videos easily on the Mind Matters website.
Mind Matters is awesome. It makes me feel supported by the campus community, and when I'm stressed, I don't feel alone. There's so many resources students like me can use when we need them, so we can succeed in all parts of our lives. And remember, Cal State LA cares about your inner well-being.
Just as our students will leave Cal State LA with an ethic of service, they will also leave with an understanding of the need to focus on inner well-being as part of their recipe for a healthy and rewarding life. So must be Debbie. I encourage each of you to continue to share the message of well-being throughout the community this year and to be mindful of the students who may need assistance. In the spring, we graduated about 6,000 students who are excited to begin the next chapters of their lives. Imagine shaking the hands of nearly 6,000 students. It was a great day. It was a great week for our graduates, for their family and friends, and for Los Angeles. When Cal State LA students climb the ladder of success, Los Angeles climbs. When Cal State LA students graduate, prepared to serve and to lead, Los Angeles reaps the benefits. That's why we chose to name our first comprehensive fundraising campaign, We Are LA, the campaign for Cal State LA. Someone already repeated it. Let's hear it. We Are LA. All right, that's good. That's the spirit. In April, during the launch of the campaign, I discussed our unique relationship with Los Angeles and our goal of raising $75 million to celebrate the university's 75th birthday. On our way to that high mark, we have hit some records. Since the launch, as of today, we have reached $48.5 million. And we've had a record number of donors to the university this year. This is the highest mark we have ever reached, and we're going to keep going. More than 5,000 donors to the university over this last year. That's terrific, and that includes lots of you. I'm especially pleased to report that we received more than 1,400 gifts from students in spring of 2018. Our relationship with our alumni begins when they're students. On the campaign website, you will see the story of donors just published today who work at Cal State LA. They, like you, have an up-close view of the work that we do and what they've witnessed move them to give. A very special thank you to Alex Harwood, Gail Washington, and Amy Lim for your gifts and for allowing us to tell your story. They're on the website today. We will tell more of these stories throughout the year and throughout the campaign. All things considered, as you might guess, I'm looking forward to the months ahead, beginning year 6 and just getting warmed up. So knowing that we are prepared to seize the opportunities and meet the challenges that may come our way. We start this academic year once again, however, facing an uncertain landscape for DACA students as we await rulings in court cases. This summer, we witnessed disturbing images of immigrant families separated at the border and the trauma that followed. We watched troubling news stories of African Americans arrested or confronted by law enforcement for innocuous acts like sitting at Starbucks. We read and watched tragic accounts of police shootings of African Americans. We recognize that what affects our community also affects our students. It is our responsibility to support our students as they contend with these and other challenges in a national climate of divisiveness and polarization. At Cal State LA, we will not allow that toxic climate to determine the manner in which we relate to our students or to each other. We will stand for the values and principles that are central the values and principles that are central to higher education and to a civil society. We will stand for our students, we will stand for the communities and the region that we serve simply because this is who we are. In March, we commemorated the 1968 East LA walkouts, the students who walked out to protest inequity in public education 50 years ago. Those students helped to alter our systems of education for the better. Many of the leaders from that movement were Cal State LA students. We commemorated that event by holding a spectacular walk-in attended by more than 1,000 high school students who learned about the history of the era and who were encouraged to include college in their future plans. This academic year, the Department of Chicano, Latino Studies, the first in the nation, will celebrate its 50th anniversary. The theme of the celebration will be 50 years of transforming minds and communities. The department has organized a number of events with a kickoff lecture and reception that will feature civil rights icon Dolores Huerta, and we look forward to that. That'll be happening very, very soon. The Department of Pan-African Studies is also gearing up for the celebration of its 50th anniversary. As the second oldest program in the nation, So we look forward to celebrating these world-changing milestones together with each other. It's going to be a great 2 years of celebration. Our profound impact in the world, as you can tell from the history that we've established and the initiatives that we pursue, begins right here in our community, and it begins with you. We've seen this great success because of you. Thank you to the recipients of the Distinguished Women Award for Service. They embody engagement, service, and the public good. This year's recipients are Laura Flannery from the Program Evaluation and Research Collaborative, Bobby Galaz from Natural and Social Sciences, Rosanna Kamirian from the Department of Sociology, Maria Linus from EOP, Allison Thias from the Division of Applied and Advanced Studies in Education, Birta Fleger-Cullinan from the Department of History, Isis Stansberry from the Office of Students with Disabilities, Maria Esperanza Ubago from Business and Economics, Andrea Zetlin from Special Education and Counseling. Any of you who are here today, would you stand, please? They're scattered around. And this year's Outstanding Staff Award recipient is Arletta Hattar of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering for her many contributions. Arletta, are you here? There she is. She's back there. Thank you to all of the students, staff, and faculty who are helping to create a culture of well-being at Cal State LA, including all the members of the Mind Matters Working Group, the staff of Counseling and Psychological Services who are supporting the mental health needs of our students, including those on the working group, Thea Winkler and Jonna Fries, the more than 700 of you who have been certified in mental health first aid. A special thank you, too, to Rafe Sonnenschein and Raquel Beltran of the Pat Brown Institute for Public Affairs, and the Facilities Services 2018 Annual Champion Award winners. These are the facilities people. These are the people who do all that stuff that makes the place great. Patricia Barberina, Jovita Diaz, Hildy Dominguez, Ed Ornelas, Victor Pacheco, Marcus Romero, Ricardo Soto, Miguel Tyco, Donita Towler, Mick Murray, Jared Richard, Carl Kimberlin, Jeremy Emerson, and Brandon Urbe and Hoa Pham. Are you, any of you who are here, please stand up and let's congratulate them. There they are, they're back there. And thank you, of course, to our students, our faculty, and staff who are serving in communities throughout Los Angeles. Thousands of people, quite literally, from Cal State LA, donating thousands of hours and logging their service through the iServe LA tracker, in which we track all that so we can brag about it. Thank you to of course, our stellar faculty and staff. Thank you to all of you who are working tirelessly to ensure that our students, our communities, and our region thrive. As we start a new year, let's reaffirm and strengthen our existing relationships. Let's create new relationships that will help our students, our community, and our region in new ways. Because of you, we are soaring, and our best year yet lies right before us. Welcome back, everybody.